I'm very interested in, the world of government and understanding public policy, but also weaving that into things like history and art and looking at ways that we can reflect on the past to influence what we do today. Next year, or this year in the fall, I'll be heading off to Yale to hopefully study something along those lines. I definitely want to be involved in international politics and history and art history. There's a great museum there that I'm excited to be a part of. And that's kind of been the center of what my high school experience has been, and that's something that I hope to look into as I move on.
I think overall, kids in high school, it's just like that moment where you're trying to find yourself and just trying to get comfortable with who you are as a person, and before you kind of go out to the world. Robbie's a perfect example also, just to add. I've never met a kid that's so comfortable with who he is and doesn't shy away from that, really embraces that. And so, kind of similar to what Robbie said, I would say kids should be proud of themselves for everything they've done. They've made it. It is a big accomplishment. I know around here sometimes it's like, well, everybody graduates high school, everybody goes to college, and it's like, it's a big deal. You made it somewhere, you should be proud of yourself, and whatever decisions you made, it's also kind of cool to, now you have a fresh start, and where you're going doesn't define who you are, like what college you're going to, but the person you are and the choices you make from here on out can make a difference.
Okay. I think that being a senior at Tam and thinking about the last 4 years of my high school career it's been a pretty crazy ride. I've definitely evolved as a person, and I've grown into who I am and what I want to be when I grow up. It's definitely a place that I'm going to miss. I've learned about so many people, and I've met so many people in my time here, both adults and faculty and friends and students, that I think that it's really going to have a big impact on the type of person that I am when I move here.
All right. My name's Nathan Bernstein. I am one of the leadership advisors at Tam High, and I also teach social studies. I've known Robbie for 2 years. First, he was the ASB vice president last year, and then took over as the ASB president this year. I think what makes Robbie pretty special is he doesn't do anything like, in the race for college apps and in everything that's going on today. He does things because he loves to do it. He doesn't do things just because it's like a box to check or resume builder. And I think you see a special product come out of that. Like, you see a kid who is incredibly motivated. You see a kid who does things for the joy. Like, I've never had a student that just loved learning. Like, there was one time Robbie said, my 2 favorite shows are PBS NewsHour and and 60 Minutes. And I was like, okay, like that makes sense.